Schneider is at the Dayton Funny Bone this weekend. Thanks so much for coming in.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Nice to be here in Dayton, Ohio.
It's the GOAT!
Yes, gold!
That is awesome, man.
Thank you.
I love the GOAT.
Yeah, I had to learn Arabic for that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I did a whole scene in Arabic with John Turturro, and then they cut it. Thanks, Adam. Thanks a lot, pal. Appreciate it.
Well, I was referring to the GOAT on the old Adam Sandler CDs.
Oh, yeah,
Was
yeah,
that same voice? Did you do the
don't
GOAT?
know.
Did you do the voice of the GOAT?
That's like 20 years ago. I don't
I
remember.
know,
That's
but
like 15 years ago. No, I don't think I did the GOAT. I think Adam did that.
Did you?
He's got a thing about goats, though.
That was those CDs. I wore those out with my buddies.
I was a goat in like the animal.
Okay.
There was a goat in there.
Gotcha. Well,
I was a goat in Heat, and I played a guy's a part animal, and I like had to hump a goat. It was a horrible experience that day because there was two goats. There was one that was kind of good-looking goat.
Yeah. And
there was a goat that was kind of a mangy goat. Anyway, the good-looking goat wanted nothing to do with me. The mangy goat liked me, so we had to shoot with the mangy goat. But it kind of sums up my life.
Well, I do appreciate you coming in. A lot of times when we get these like high-profile celebrities, they don't want to come in. But so just the fact that you came in here today to do radio with me,
I'm happy to be here.
You're up a notch on my list. So thank you so much. Now, what I read on your bio, you took like a 20-year break from doing stand-up, and you decided to come back and do it a couple of years ago. Why? Why come back now?
That's a good question. Well, Chris Rock and Adam Sandler were the ones that kind of talked me back into doing it. Because, I don't know, I mean, I'd write jokes and I wouldn't have any place to do it anymore. And it's like, I can't, I hadn't performed in years. And I said, I don't know how to do it. He said, you just got to get back up and do it. That's my Chris Rock impression. And I went like, wait, I don't know, Chris. He said, you just got to do it. He said, you could be great at it. Just, and I was kind of itching for it, because Saturday Night Live was great because you can, you come up with a joke Tuesday, you find out Saturday if the idea is funny or not. And in a movie, it takes a year. I didn't remember most of the jokes from Grown Ups by the time the movie came out.
Right.
And then, but stand-up, I mean, like I wrote a joke, this morning. I'll find out tonight if it works. And I love that immediacy of it. And that's like, what Jerry Seinfeld says about stand-up is really true. So I don't care how famous you are. I don't care how, if you're Chris Rock or Robin Williams or Adam Sandler or Jerry Seinfeld or me. It's like, when you get up on stage, you better make them laugh. They're there to see you. It only works being famous for a couple of minutes, and then you better say something funny. And I love that. And it's been fun to just kind of figure out, especially, the people are kind of angry these days, which is, not good for the country's morale, but it's great for comedy. Because it's just, you don't have to do much to get them to laugh, And so, like, I got some jokes I want to say about Ohio tonight, I'm looking forward to see, I don't know if they'll laugh at it or whatever, but like, I'm looking forward to see what the heck happens.
Cool. Let's talk about the first show back.
The first show back to
doing stand-up.
Well,
what was that like? Was it like riding a bike? Was it easy for you to just get back up there and do it, or?
It was just weird. Adam Sandler came down and saw me. He said it was weird for him. He said it was weird seeing you on stage, and he told me a good thing. He said just relax for the first few seconds. Let people get used to the idea that it's you on stage.
Right.
And that helped. It was weird. I mean, but I did like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I did like 45 minutes, did an hour before a paid gig, and then the first paid gig I did, didn't go good, because I hadn't done it in a long time, and like I didn't have enough time, and blah blah blah. But I've worked at it for a year and a half. I've traveled to, I performed in London and Ireland, in Australia, all over Australia, in Singapore, all over America. So it's good. And so, but I like, I'm doing theaters mostly, but I like doing clubs, and this is like, one of the few clubs that I'm doing. So it's nice because it's intimate, and the people, have a good experience, and I'm not burned out. I haven't been doing it for 20 years, so I still having fun,
So Dayton's going to get your best this weekend.
It's going to be fun, yeah. I mean, I haven't performed in a few weeks, in a month, because I got married.
That's right. You just got back from your honeymoon, too, right?
I got back from my honeymoon in China.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a long way to fly.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's a tough flight. That's 20 hours. You better bring like 8 books.
I'm not a flyer myself.
Yeah, but it's tough. It was also a storm over the Philippines. We had to fly around the Philippines. That's a tough flight. Well, when you have to fly around the Philippines, you're going to be in the air all the time.
Otherwise, though, the honeymoon was good?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say China's the most romantic place. I mean, guys, the Chinese handkerchief is, they're tough people. Nice, beautiful people are really tough people, both, And they drive like lunatics, like you would imagine. Every stereotypical thing about Chinese drivers is underappreciated until you get there. And it is insane, the driving down there. So,
yeah.
Yeah, we almost got killed a few times in the taxis.
I'm not trying to laugh because you almost got killed.
No, but it was, but it was fun. But breakfast in China, fried rice for breakfast, I don't recommend it. But but we had a nice time. Nobody knows who the hell I am in China, which is great.
So you just walk around.
I walk around in China and nobody knows. It's great. Some people did actually. Taiwan was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it was Taiwan, Hong Kong, and this place called Hainan Island, which is beautiful. It's like the Hawaii of China, for anyone who's interested. So, but yeah.
Now with this tour, you released a CD, your first comedy CD. And what's it called?
Registered Offender.
Registered Offender.
It's filthy. It's absolutely filthy. But it's not of the comedy tour. It's just a bunch of sketches that I did and a couple of songs and stuff. But
Can people pick that up from you this weekend?
I know what. I think we're all sold out. I don't know what. No. You got good luck finding it. There's a couple things. If you can find that, it's pretty darn funny. There's that, and then Big Stand. It's a movie that I made that didn't get a big release, but it's really funny. And it's also out of print already. We made it 5 years ago, but if you can find it, it's a really funny movie. If you're a Rob Schneider fan, that's the one to get, Big Stand. But you'd have to get it on the internet or something. Buy it on Amazon. It doesn't exist. You can't get it. There's no more copies of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I can't get it, but it's funny. I was trying to.
You lost your only copy, and now that's it.
I give them out.
You don't even have it.
People, but it's a fun movie, and I had a good time. I'm showing it to Quentin Tarantino next week.
Oh, cool.
He's never seen it because he's friends with David Carradine, who passed away. But anyway, I digress.
So let's talk about some of your upcoming projects. You do this Norm of the North.
Yeah, I play a polar bear, and it's
an animated.
It's an animated polar bear, hopefully, because I don't really look like a polar bear. But I'm going to do that, and that's for Lionsgate, and then I'm doing a TV show for CBS called Rob right now. I don't know, or No Comprende. They don't even have a name for it, but hopefully for next season. We'll find out in a couple of days.
You put together a pilot for that?
Yeah, we did that, and then we find out if I'm on the schedule next week. I don't know. I might find out tomorrow. I might find out today. I don't know.
You find out today, call us, let us know.
But it's about me being married to a Mexican woman.
Oh, cool.
And her huge family. And I'm not a guy who likes a lot of people. So. But I like her because she's hot.
All right. Well, Norm of the North, you do a voice of a polar bear. Have you done this type of thing before, like voice work?
Yeah, I did a bunch of them. I've actually done a bunch of small, little, more independent animated movies. I did a thing called The Reef, which is a blatant ripoff of what's that one little fish?
Nemo? Finding Nemo?
Yeah, as soon as that came out, we did a bastardized version of that. And then I did one that's going to come out next year called Outback, where I do a bunch of Australian voices, which is kind of a fun accent if you've never done it before. Don't talk like that. Hello? How you doing?
What's the difference between, regular acting and doing just the voice acting?
Well, you can really get into it. You can really, you still have to kind of act it and think it and really work it. And if you got a good director, Mark DePay was the director on this one, and it was fun actually. You have to kind of breathe life into it, and you're not really getting to work with the finished cartoon because, it's usually in Korea. I mean, they actually have sound. They actually show the mouths for different sounds, so the artists know how to draw. Because Korean to English is about as far removed as China to Hawaii.
Yeah.
So it's they have to do the certain sounds and stuff, and so depending on they videotape you while you're doing it. So if you're doing some interesting little moves and stuff, then they can incorporate that, and then they kind of look at what your face is doing, and then they make it do that. So that's kind of cool, So and it's great because something like that for kids is magical. As you get older and burned out like you and I are. It doesn't mean the same, but for kids, you can really get lost in it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you lose that over the days when you become a grizzled, DJ like you and a grizzled actor like me. But I love doing those things.
You've played a lot of great characters over the years, a lot of memorable characters.
Yes, I have.
Do you have a favorite, like a personal favorite?
Well, Deuce Bigelow was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I loved Big Stan, and I really liked the guy in 51st Dates, Ula.
Yeah.
Because there really was a guy named Ula who had one eye, and he just passed away last year. He had one eye, and he lost it not in a fight, but in a machete fight.
Wow.
Not just any fight. So, Adam Sandler saw him, and I snuck off to Hawaii one time. We were there by ourselves, and we were just kind of hanging out, and then we got really bored with each other, and let's go walk around and talk to somebody else. So we walked around. I think we were half-baked. And then we went to, we saw this guy working on the property, so we were staying at somebody's house out there. And then we started talking to this guy. He turned around and he had like one kind of milky eye, and he had like, you know, his face was something happening. And he's like, hey, my name's Ula, how you doing, brother? And Adam, I swear to God, he looked over at me and said, you're going to play him in a movie. and I knew Adam well enough to know he was right. Sure enough, you know, a year and a half later, I got, you know, one eye, and I got this, you know, 3 hours of makeup a day. That's what Adam does to me. He gets, you know, he gets to look handsome in the movies. I got 3 hours of makeup a day. They cover me in mud and he gets to make out with Selma Hayek. But I don't mind. It's a good living.
Yeah, and you guys are great friends, right?
Yeah, I love the guy. You know, he just told me. He just texted me. He said, "How were the hemorrhoids and duck sauce in China?"
Oh, that's great. Let's get him on the phone. Let's go. No, I'm kidding.
He's got his 2 kids.
I'm kidding. I know.
It's his, Wednesday's his kids. It's his kids' day. It's Friday, isn't it? Jeez, that's how. I thought it was Wednesday. But anyway, it's his kids' day. He spends the kids come to work day.
Well, Rob, I appreciate you coming in, man.
Well, thank you.
Pleasure to meet you. You're at the Dayton Funny Bone this weekend.
Yeah, there's still some tickets available for the late shows tonight and Saturday, and there's some shows. There's tickets for Sunday show, and if we sell out, we'll do a second show.
And you look great, by the way. Look
I'm
at you. You're wearing a nice jacket there, and
hey,
the
baby,
hat is snazzy.
Respectful, you know what I'm saying, baby? Hey, 103.9. You got the X. You got to bring it.
Thanks for coming in, man. Great to talk to you.
Thank you.